Screw gauge. Screw gauge is an instrument to measure the dimensions of very small objects up to 0.001 centimeter. It can be used to measure the thickness of thin objects like wires, glass sheets, and so on. Micrometer screw gauge is another instrument used for measuring accurately the diameter of a thin wire or the thickness of a sheet of metal. It consists of a U-shaped frame M. At the end of it is fixed a small metal piece A of gunmetal. It is called stud, and it has a plain face. The other end N of the U-shaped frame M carries a cylindrical hub H. The hub extends a few millimeters beyond the end of the frame. On the tubular hub along its axis is drawn a line known as reference line. On the reference line, graduations are in millimeter and half millimeter depending upon the pitch of the screw. This scale is called linear scale or pitch scale. A nut is threaded through the hub and the frame N. Through the nut moves a screw S made of gunmetal. The front face B of the screw facing the plane face A also has a plane surface. A hollow cylindrical cap K is capable of rotating over the hub where screw is rotated. It is attached to the right-hand end of the screw. As the cap is rotated, the screw either moves in or out. The beveled surface E of the cap K is divided into 50 or 100 equal parts. It is called the circular scale or head scale. Right-hand end R of K is meant for proper grip. In most of the instrument, the middled head R is not fixed to the screw head but turns it by a spring and ratchet arrangement such that when the body is just held between faces A and B, the spring yields a milled head R turns without moving in the screw. In an accurately adjusted instrument, when the faces A and B are just touching each other, the zero marks of circular scale and pitch exactly coincide. Principle of the screw gauge. Screw gauge works under the principle of screw. When a screw is rotated in a nut, the distance moved by the tip of the screw is directly proportional to the number of rotations. Pitch of the screw. Pitch of the screw is the distance between two successive screw threads. It is also equal to the distance travelled by the tip of the screw for one complete rotation of the head. Pitch is equal to distance travelled on the pitch scale per number of rotations. Least count of a screw gauge. The distance moved by the tip of the screw for a rotation of one division on the head scale is called the least count of the screw gauge. Least count is equal to pitch divided by number of divisions on the circular scale. Zero error of a screw gauge. The plane surface of the screw and the opposite plane stud on the frame are brought into contact. If the zero of the head scale coincides with the pitch scale axis, there is no zero error. Positive zero error. If the zero of the head scale lies below the pitch scale axis, the zero error is positive. If the nth division of the head scale coincides with pitch scale axis, the zero error is positive. ZE is equal to plus NXLC. Then, zero correction ZC is equal to minus N multiplied by LC. Negative zero error. If the zero of the head scale lies above the pitch scale axis, the zero error is negative. If the nth division coincides with the pitch scale axis, the zero error is negative. ZE is equal to minus 100 minus n multiplied by LC. Then zero correction is equal to ZC, that is equal to plus 100 minus n multiplied by LC.